Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Teach Overseas course just made for ESL boards. My name is Brian, and I'm the instructor of this course. And in this course, you see a couple things. I'm going to be talking about doing a self-evaluation. I'm a big promoter of doing self-evaluations before I do things, and also deciding major decisions. And I do think teaching overseas, packing your life up into 2 bags and traveling halfway across the world is a big decision. So I do think before you choose a country, you probably should fill out this PDF that's in this course and really think about where you're going to be going. So I'm going to go over some of the points. So in the PDF, number 1 is a really good question. What main goals do you want to accomplish while teaching overseas? I recommend writing these down. So when I went to South Korea, one of my main goals was to pay off my student loans. And in South Korea at the time, they paid your airfare, accommodations, and they gave me a pretty good salary. And I had plenty of time to save extra money and do a lot of tutoring and things like that. So I was pretty ambitious in Korea. I did almost pay off my student loans while I was there. So that was one of my goals, but I do highly recommend that you make your goals as well. Another question on your self-evaluation form is, how will you try to overcome difficult moments while living overseas? You have to have a plan because things always aren't great, you know. I could say when you first get there, there's the wow factor, trying new food, trying new things, getting settled in. It's quite exciting. But over time, you find out that you're working at a school, you're going to the similar places a lot. So you have to have a game plan in difficult situations. Okay? I highly also recommend writing that down. Number 3 also talks about that. How will you stay open-minded and flexible during your first few months of living overseas? This is really the adjustment period, and you get through the culture shock and things like that. So I do recommend, what am I going to do? So I got into riding bicycles. So I got a bicycle in Korea, and I used to ride my bicycles around. I used to find different cities, take the train to different places, and try a lot of different food. So I know that those are some of the things that I wrote down. Okay, so here are some other questions that I would recommend. When you first heard of some opportunities of teaching English abroad, what are some of the benefits that maybe you thought about, and why are you doing this? And then maybe has your motivations changed now that you've started to take this course and you started to write things down, and now you know that what's involved of teaching and living abroad? Okay? And then one thing I always recommend, because you don't know if this is going to be forever, how can teaching overseas upgrade your experience when you come back home? So now I'm actually working on ESL boards and all these things because I'm wanting to teach abroad again. I've already taught abroad, and I came back, made a language school, as you know, and now I'm getting into my late 40s, almost early 50s, and I also want to go overseas again. So I'm always thinking about, how can I do this so I can go back home or I can go abroad again? Always think forward. This is what I recommend. And you do that by writing things down. And then maybe another question on your thing, on your form, is number 4. Do you see this as a career move or something temporary? A lot of people think this is like a temporary thing. They're going to do this for a short period of time. And then a lot of people also find out that they like it. It's not too difficult to do. And they end up doing it for life. And I don't think that there's any big deal for doing that. And then number 5, when you look at your PDF, I also recommend rate some of the statements. And when you see it, you'll see some of the different questions. And then rate them between 1 to 10. So then you'll know things that are important to you. And number 6, what things received the highest scores and what things didn't. And then it can help you decide what country is going to work for you the best. So this is my rating chart. Try it out and fill it out and look at it and be honest with yourself. That's what I highly recommend. Always be honest with one person, yourself at least, and write these things down accurately, because it's going to help you in the future a lot. Okay, thank you for taking the beginning of our class.